Alright, says I'm back, guys. Says I am back. Alright, Ryan, how's it going, buddy? I am putting the stuff from the drone up. We had a crash. Senseless, hey buddy, how's it going? I'm just getting the stuff from the drone put up here, guys. Hey, Ag Wild, Steve Mack, how's it going, sir? Well, it was a good picture from the drone. I can show y'all. It's in the tree right behind me here. We'll try to get it. Well, can't really see because let me back up some, maybe you can. But it's in the tree right behind me, and we'll try to get it. I work late about every night. Mark Jones, how's it going, buddy? Appreciate you stopping in. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna have to set up some stuff real quick because I didn't have my camera mounted for the phone. I hate the dang drone crash. Man, that was a good picture there for a minute. Alright, guys. Let me get I have to get my tripod set up here. Y'all give me just a second. Find somewhere to sit y'all for a second here. Maybe right there, that'll work. Alright, let me get the new live pulled up here. I guess in the morning we will be retrieving a drone. Guys, remember to pound that thumbs up when you come in if you don't mind. Jackie, how's it going? I have got a big ass, y'all can see it up there in the corner, yellow jacket or wasp in here or something. I gotta get his ass out. I ain't riding with that. So yeah, the drone's crashed in the tree. We'll have to find that tomorrow. I'm assuming it'll probably be okay, but they're pretty resilient little things. Get out of here, you damn bug. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. I just try not to get stung here. Now I don't know where the bastard went. Well, hopefully the damn thing flew out of here. Farming Life, Eric, how's it going? Gabe, how's it going? Tony Walsh, appreciate all you guys stopping in tonight. So we were going to be doing this live from the drone, but now we will just have to do it from the tractor here. So let me go back now. I think that we got rid of that big ass bug. Like Bagwell Farms, I got big old bugs landing in my damn machinery here. What the hell's going on? Hopefully, I am really hoping. Doug Sweener, how's it going, buddy? Appreciate you stopping in. And Ralph, thanks for that super chat, man. I really appreciate that. I don't know if you can hear me say that, but I got the super chat on that last little bit of a live we had. And so, Barry Hanson, how's it going, buddy? Things are going good. We're out cutting a little hay. We cut usually every evening. I thought I'd do a little nighttime live, and I was going to do it from the drone, which was pretty cool. But, you know, it's one of those things. Uh-oh, I'm seeing a circle of death here. And that damn bug's still in here with us. It said, alright, we're back. It says that the YouTube crashed for a second. Appreciate that. Liking the hood. The bee didn't get me. I'm back. I think we're back, guys. It said that the phone came up and said YouTube crashed. So It wasn't me, it was YouTube. David S., appreciate you stopping in. Anthony Adams, so yeah, this is another tractor we're trying out. This is a Massey Ferguson 7616. And so far, pretty sweet dang tractor. We are really liking this thing. I say we, I am really liking this thing. It is a super nice tractor. It makes decisions tough. So, uh-oh. Are we circling again? Or are we back? Can everybody hear me? Y'all gotta let me know on that end. Am I ready to buy it yet? I don't know. I'm not ready to spend that money, that's for sure. I'm trying to find the camera mount for you guys so we can get going here. Like I say, I wasn't prepared. I really do hope the drone's going to be okay. That was a really cool picture from at night. This tractor here has some amazing lighting. And that was a really cool picture. I think it'll be fine as long as we can get it out of the tree tomorrow. I think we'll be fine. Now, I don't have a scissor lift like Andy does. The drone crashed, Ted. Giles Cochran, appreciate you stopping in, sir. How's it going? All right, we got this big bee flying back at the light here. Holy shit, this thing is huge. I'm gonna shine the phone on it. See if y'all can see it. Y'all see that big ass thing? All right, now let's find a hat. I got one here somewhere. Uh-oh, he's against the windshield now. Oh gosh, y'all see that thing? Freaking huge. I do not want it to get me. All right, let me sit y'all and get the door open here. All right, door's open. Get your ass out of here. I think he's out. Nope, he came back. Get your ass out of here. We got him that time. All right. Yeah, it was a great picture for the 42 seconds of flight time. That freaking sucks. Shoot it. I know, right? Oh. It's the size of a Buick. Yeah, we got some nice bugs here in South Carolina, that's for sure. Alright guys, I'm trying to get this tripod set up here for us. We'll get it figured out. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll work right there. Alright, now see about putting y'all in a camera mount and we'll get back to mowing. I'm not trying to tear up the new tractor with a 12 gauge now. Oh no. Might have to move y'all to the other side of the tractor so that way y'all don't have that big pillar in the dang way. That's what insurance is for, but it ain't ours yet. Oh. Alright, that picture alright? And I could probably even turn y'all out to the side. We're in some pretty decent third cut. Right here beside the home farm on some pretty nice, like I say, pretty nice third cut. Alright, let's get the mower fired back up. Man, that sucks. I was hoping to get some decent drone footage at night. That was my first time, and I should have known these. I'm sitting right behind the wood line, so guess what it is. Get the PTO wound up here. All right, take back off. This tractor's got some good lighting. That's one thing's for sure. It's got some amazing lighting. you can see good at night. And being this big and high off the ground, it makes it nice. Need to see my mug once in a while. Well, I can turn the camera around here just a second. Let me get this iPad on live chat. There we go. The tractor is just a little overkill for the mower, but it allows for me in the future to get a bigger mower conditioner or something of that nature. This tractor here you could put triples on if you wanted. It's got enough power, and you can get the front hitch and all that for it and put a set of triples on it. So that would be pretty cool, but then that would kind of dedicate it to just mowing and kind of defeat the purpose of what I'm trying to do with it. What I would really like, I like that Vermeer TM mower. That Vermeer mower is pretty slick the way it folds out to 8 foot and all that stuff. Let's see here. I guess y'all can see me all right in here. Might do that. That's a little better. Yeah, well, that's where I have to believe One Lonely Farmer in that you can never have too much power. And I have found that out in my few years of doing this so far. Whoops. That every time I buy a tractor, I wished I would have got a bigger one. Yeah, that big Vermeer is a pretty sweet mower the way, you know, it's transportable going down the road, but then I think they cut 18 or 20 foot wide, something like that. So pretty nice having that option to be able to mow that wide. Uh-oh, I see circles spinning. Might have lost it again. I don't know how good a signal I got over here. There it came back. It says I got full signal. It might be YouTube tonight. It might not be me. Like I said earlier, it said YouTube crashed on that second one I tried to do. .16 on the one, okay. It could be just my iPad. It's easier for me to look on my iPad at the comments than it is on the actual camera itself. Oh, there's a dang dip in this field right there. It needs dirt put in it. Greg, how you doing tonight, sir? I was kind of worried that it might be too late to do a live stream. I don't know what time it is in Australia. What are they, 12, 14 hours ahead of us? So if it's 10 here, ain't it 10 in the morning there? Is all the 4450 wanted on steep ground? See, my dealer here that's the Vermeer dealer, they only carry little stuff. The Vermeer dealer and the Kubota dealer are the same people. And like for me to get stuff from them to get it in, they act like it's just the biggest deal in the world. Only 743 at your house. Okay, it's 10:43 here, 10:44. 2:44 p.m. in New Zealand. Love time zones. How cool! Everybody can tune in at different times. I was really surprised we have Says we've got 18 in here watching, 15 thumbs ups. So that's really cool. I'll have to do more. I'm in the tractor a lot of times this time of night. I'll mow till pretty late, and I'm gonna try to hit 2 or 3 fields tonight. The one we're currently on is 9 acres, and what I'll usually do on a lot of my fields, I'll make my outer rounds, and then I'll just make one strip down the middle and work back and forth going down the middle. The fields have so many turns going in circles, I think you spend more time turning the steering wheel instead of just going back and forth in straight lines. Works well for me anyways. But most of my mowing, like I say the other day, the mowing during the day was just kind of a oddity. Most of my mowing happens at this time of day, after dinner. We'll be baling hay all day tomorrow. We went to bale some today. And it was right on the verge. So I went ahead and decided just to let it sit an extra day, and went ahead and tedded all day. And now we're back to mowing more. They calling for that hurricane, but my weather forecast doesn't show any rain showing up anytime soon. And with season drawing to an end, it's time to get some hay on the ground. D. Hauser, how's it going? Yeah, I'm always cutting at night, but I got your pictures earlier of that lawnmower. That's a pretty nice lawnmower, man. I don't think you'll have too much trouble. Even if it needs a hydraulic pump, it'd be worth putting it on it. Hope y'all can tell this thing. I'm telling you, I don't know if these are LED lights on this thing or not. They may be, but it looks like normal bulbs in the fixtures. But it is good and bright on this thing. See, now I'm getting that stupid circle of death again. I appreciate that, Gabe. I like doing the lives. Spradlin, the horse. He's standing in the stall. I checked on him just a little bit ago, and I don't know if I'm getting a circle of death on my end. Oh, y'all are. Now there it goes. But I think he's gonna be fine. It's really just a flesh wound, but I sent pictures to multiple vets that are good friends. I have pretty decent relationships with several vets. Not that we use them a lot, but I've got good relationships with them. And it's something, if you have animals, I think you need to have is a good relationship with your vets. But he didn't feel a need to come out today. We had antibiotics to give to him. We had Banamine. We cleaned it. So he's on sulfur tablets. He's in the stall for tonight. I'll probably let him back out tomorrow once it scabs over pretty decent. Couldn't tell you what in the heck happened. And guys, if y'all want to know what we're talking about here, if y'all follow me on Facebook, if you go over to my Facebook page, my personal page, it's going to be under Brian Saunders. You'll see pictures of my main horse that I ride. His name is Gambler. And we was messing this morning in the barn, and he was standing in the stall, and his leg was pretty tore up. He got probably about the size of your fist, maybe a little bit bigger. Nice piece of flesh missing. Don't know how it happened. I've been in my property 6 years and never had something like that happen, so who knows. Yeah, that's what they're saying on that storm track, David. But I think it might skirt up the coast and roll back out, to be honest, into the ocean. These weathermen can't predict nothing. They're not good at it. I mean, the only job you can have in America where you're wrong every day and still get paid. Yeah, senseless. It really is weird. Like I say, I've been at this property that I'm at now 6 years and never had any lacerations like that. The only thing, I've got all wooden posts in the horse pasture, so there's their feeding racks. They are metal, and they're rounded pipe though, and they've been out there. We've had those racks now at least about a year, so I really don't think it's the feed racks, but there is that possibility. And if it's not that, there's a couple of stumps out there for some trees we cut, but I leave my stumps real high in the pastures, one, so it's easier to dig them out when I get extra time, and two, well, I didn't get my cutter down in time. Back up here. Two, so that way the horses can see them, and we don't have any kickers or biters or anything like that, so it's just really a odd thing there, you know, that happening. Can't tell you, the weathermen get paid well. You hadn't been paid for the last one? We used to do some storm cleanup here and there. I'd help a buddy out doing tree work. We'd go do a little bit of hurricane chasing every now and again. Now this was years back, but he learned to generally, unless it was an insurance job, and even then it was hard getting money, but he learned to generally get paid for at least half the work upon arrival, and the other half before he'd leave with the trash, or he'd dump it right back in their yards. Okay. I don't post probably as much as I should to YouTube and Facebook. I try to, but I always forget to take pictures of what I'm doing, and I don't know. I just don't have all that time like all these other folks seem to that post all the time on there. I know you can make some good money, you know. I hate to say that with chasing storms. You get a lot of insurance work and stuff like that. People want the trees off their houses when we have these major storms. You were contract hauling. I know it, since the Facebook does help with my YouTube though, I'll generally, if I post new videos to YouTube, I'll share it to Facebook, and that seems to, I don't know, help get views on the videos for some reason. I've got a Twitter account, but I don't ever Twitter. I rarely ever get on there. Well, so there's a couple of advantages there to cutting at night. So one, your sugar content for horse hay is going to be a lot lower at night. So during the day, your carbohydrates and sugars build due to photosynthesis of the sun, and then at night your plant expels that. So you're going to have lower sugar hay cutting at night. The other reason is I can cut till I get tired, go home, get some rest, wake up. We get real heavy dews, like right now. I mean, there's water running up off the tires, and so our dews aren't coming off right now till 10:30, 11 in the mornings. So you can't do anything but maybe grease machinery and a little bit of maintenance first thing in the mornings. So even if I sleep in till 8, 9 o'clock, I can wake up, go ted hay, rake hay, bale hay during the daytime, since I'm just a one-man band, and I can cut at night. Cutting takes me the longest of any of the jobs. I spend the most time mowing, just because I've got a 9-foot mower and try to mow 800 to 1,000 acres of grass 2 or 3 times a year. So it really just helps there in allowing me to kind of complete my days. We've cut almost, I say again, I always have a mouse in my pocket, but I've cut grass every day this week. And we were going to start baling today, but it wasn't quite ready. But I've tedded every day during the day, flipping the hay we've already cut, trying to get it dry, and then, like I say, tomorrow I'll start raking probably 10:30, 11 o'clock. As soon as I see the dews drying off, I'll start raking and then bale the rest of the day. I usually quit raking by 1, 2 o'clock. This time of year with the days getting shorter, you can't bale till 8, 9 o'clock at night like I could last month. So, just the way it is. What happened to the employee that quit the other day? Well, I use high school kids to help do deliveries, cut the grass, clean stalls at the farm, put out hay, all that kind of stuff. And I'll just say some can hack it and some can't. Good kid. He seemed okay. He was kind of a slob. And he was leaving trash in all my tractors instead of taking the trash out. He had left a couple of checks in one of the tractors, and one day I kind of came down on him pretty hard, and after that he did not show back up. So, he just couldn't take it. So, I'm a picky guy, and if I've told you something 3, 4, 5 times, about the 5th time you're gonna get ass chewing. And I can remember back in my high school days, my buddies used to call me Sergeant Saunders, and I carry that name probably pretty well. I expect things to be a certain way, and especially if I'm paying you money out of my pocket. And if you can't do those things, I'll either send you packing or I'll make it where you're not going to want to stay there. And he didn't want to stay. But, that same day I had another boy there working, and that's the thing about it. I used to always think when I was a kid growing up, I'd quit a job, tell a boss to go F himself, and think I was somebody. And now that I'm a business owner and have been for about 12 years now, I can honestly say it does nothing but hurt your own reputation. Yeah, you might feel good about it right then, but when it boils down to it, there's always somebody waiting to fill your shoes and take on that next job, and you might hurt that person for a few hours, but that person's going to hurt your name for years to come if it's ever brought up. And that's just how that boils down. Be a man especially, and just tell somebody, hey, I can't, I'm not going to listen to that, or I'm not going to tolerate that if you don't like it. And discuss the thing, and then if you can't come to an agreement, then leave the job. Completely understandable. But to just not call or no show, pardon my French, but that's just a wussy. And when you're 18, that's just how it rolls. That's part of it. Let me catch up on a couple of comments. View Farms, I just got a notification here that we uploaded a video, a Krone 125 round baler. Alright, I'm going to end the live, guys, so I can watch Ted's video. I'll come back later. I'm just messing, but I will watch it here in a little bit. Michael Mac Travis, appreciate you stopping in, sir. Oh gosh, this is about as rough field as you could get. Let me Put this drone case up. I never put the dang thing up. The controller falling everywhere. Hey Zoe, appreciate you stopping in. The Taylor Farm, how's it going? I love this. My Kubota mowers are great machines. They will cut. They cut really excellent. You'll love it. The only problem you'll have ever out of it is if you're in some thin grass, the tarp can tend to be a little heavy, and I made it where I can zip tie the front of my tarp up, and it helps. Oh man, the new Kubota M8. What sucks for me, guys, I can't even look at bigger Kubota stuff. It's unfortunate, but there's just no dealer network in my area that can sell me the equipment. I was told that before we got this tractor. I asked about demoing a M7 151, and my dealer is not allowed to sell them. My local one that's 2 miles from the house, they only sell little homeowner units. And then I'm gonna go ahead and plug y'all up too while I'm thinking about it, just so we don't end up with a dead live stream here. Alright, let me read a few comments here. That's why you hire older people. I can't find any. I've got plenty of older people that want to help, but that becomes an issue too. I need young bucks that can take 100 bales of hay and go deliver them and stack them in a barn by themselves. They also have to be able to be left alone to do a job, because I'm not there to watch them. So Michael, it might get to where I end up one of these days having to get a full-time job and farming part-time if things don't work out. Alright, I'm going to back up. All Gabe does is watch YouTube. Well, Warwick, I appreciate you stopping in. I'm glad this is your first live. Ted, I've got to start posting more to Instagram. I try to... I've been trying to do it more. I get to talk to old Harmless Farmer on the phone, and he's the one that got me started posting to Instagram when I do. He's like, man, you got to get over there on Instagram. It's kind of funny. That's a cool cat. Y'all, if I ever get to meet him, that's going to make a great YouTube video. Uh-oh, tree limb. That's going to dull the blades. Alright, nice to see me working tonight. Well, that's what I love it at night. I mean, the biggest thing would be is the flies are always attracted to the lights on the tractor, but otherwise the tractor runs cooler, the equipment runs better, you run the AC less. It just all, I don't know, I enjoy mowing hay at night myself. Okay, Ted, so you got you a new round baler, huh? Is that just going to be so that way you got two, one for a backup, or are you going to get rid of the New Holland? Well, see, my Kubota dealer says they can't sell the bigger tractors, Michael. They're not authorized to do so. I think the biggest they can sell is maybe like the 7060s and maybe the M5s, which I haven't even seen any of those on their lot this year. They've got a bunch of Mini X's, skid steers, and BX tractors. But they gave me two dealers' names to call that could sell me an M7. Well, one of them was the one that I had bad dealings with the round baler, and he said he didn't want to do any business with me. And the other one said that he's too far from me to service me, and so that he couldn't sell me the tractor. So that just makes it where, oh gosh, sorry guys. Like I said, there's a few bumps in these dang fields. But that just makes it to where Kubota is now not an option for me on haying anymore. Much as I like orange stuff. CSGO 1337. Hey, how's it going? We are mowing hay, sir. I'll turn the camera here. Give me just a second to get the mower down, and I'll turn the camera where y'all can kind of see the mower there for a second. Super Scrub, how's it going? Okay, gonna be making some wet bales there. Silage. Nothing wrong with that, Ted. Hey, Rick Bork. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. We were live from the drone for all of about, I don't know, a minute or two, guys. Anybody new that's stopping in. And I was getting the drone positioned just right and getting ready to take off with the mower, and I crashed it into a tree. And I really hope that I can find it in the morning. I know exactly which tree it was crashed in. I'm trying not to even mow kind of anywhere near it, and hopefully I can come out here in the morning, like I say, and knock it out of a tree, or gosh, who knows, might have lost a damn drone. That sucks. Well, that's why I bought the baler I did, Ted, because with the way the rains are and the weather, it's just being so unpredictable. You might cut some good hay, and then all of a sudden they say it's going to rain. Well, instead of it getting ruined, I can at least make wet hay and have it wrapped until I could get a wrapper. Yeah, I hope the drone's going to be okay too. I really do. Oh gosh, that is that's no fun. Well, you know, I'll still toss a few even with my back since I've had my surgery. But when it comes to the large loads, we either I do it with the machine, or I get guys to do it for me, and I just charge for stacking when we do our deliveries. It is 11:07 p.m. where I'm at, CSGO. Hey Jay, hey buddy, how's it going, sir? We're riding around in the Atco here, AJ. Yeah, buddy, I've been out at it all day just about, between tending to a horse and tedding hay, and now I'm out cutting. I was hoping to get some baled today, but it just, like I say, it was right on that verge. It probably could have been baled late today, late this afternoon, but it ain't gonna hurt it to sit till tomorrow, that's for sure. There's not really a market for baleage in my area, but you know, yeah, AJ. So this is a 7616 2014 model Massey. This baby's got cab suspension, axle suspension, auto steer, Raven GPS. She's loaded. Power mirrors, heated seat, climate control. I ain't never seen a tractor with this much stuff. That's right, that's what equipment's for. Anything past 100 bales, I'm out. But usually, way I figure it, I'll send one man for 100 bales, 2 men for 200, 3 men for 300, so on and so forth. And it also depends on if it's got to go in a loft or if it's going on ground level. Now that we have the bundles, we always ask if they can fit a machine, because if they can fit a machine like my skid steer in their barn, then I automatically don't send anybody, and I'll take the deliveries and just take the Bobcat or the Caterpillar with me and unload and stick them right in the barn, and then we don't charge for stacking if that's the case. A lot of times we'll even just take our 4-prong spear because other people have a machine and we can unload the bundles for them and that kind of stuff. So trying to catch up on all the comments, read, mow at the same time. So if I miss a comment, guys, you know, something like that, don't hesitate to type it again or say check out my comment above. I was going back, I rewatched the live the other day. One, I didn't realize I was live for 2 hours while we were cutting hay, and I thought somebody had said on one of the comments that the hay looked like crap, and they actually said it looked like a really good crop, and I had just misread. And thank goodness I ignore that kind of stuff. If somebody wants to talk shit, then so be it. I'm just gonna ignore it. And I thought it was funny that I was sitting there thinking like, God, I thought the hay looked really good, and that millet we were cutting, and I was like, man, I wonder why somebody would say it looks like crap. But then I went back and rewatched, and I'll reread the comments. And I'm like, oh, okay. He said really nice crop. Android-based screen. Okay, so that's gonna be like what they put in the Dodge pickups then. That's pretty cool, touch screen. All of yours have that. Well, I can tell you, this is like driving a luxury tractor for me, AJ. I mean, like the field we're in right now, if the camera didn't keep falling over, I could bump up another couple of gears. We're running 6.3 miles an hour. But, man, this thing rides like a dream. I can't believe it, you know, and it's got 1,200 pounds of weights on the front, a belly weight, cast rears. The only thing I don't like, she's got skinny row crop tires on her, but it's got the tall skinny. It's got like 34s on the front and 48s on the rear for the rims, and that'll be real hard if I wanted to put wide tires. I'd have to change rims and everything, I think. Tractor's got 1,800 hours on it, Dyna 6 transmission. Ted the other day in the live said that I'm sold, and I don't know, somebody gonna have to bring something nicer out. But yeah, it's a pretty kick-ass tractor. I'm excited to get the baler hooked to it tomorrow, and we're even gonna hook up the square baler tomorrow. I'm wanting to square bale some of that millet, but I only want to put up like 50 or 100 bales, and I really don't think it's worth me taking it to the rebaler. So my plan's to hook up the 1840 square baler tomorrow and just bang out, you know, I don't know. I may even pull out the accumulator and grapple, seeing depending on how the weather's going to look, and I might bang out, you know, a gooseneck load or two or 300 bales. If it's coming out looking good. I honestly think that the horse market people around here, if they saw it, if I send off for some testing on it, I think they would buy the crap out of it. I love feeding it. It's been good feed for me, the millet hay. Now this we're cutting right now is fescue orchard mix. It's also got a little bit of crabgrass, barnyard grass. It'd be what I call summer mixed grass hay. This used to be a cow pasture, and now we cut it for hay. Alright, let's see here. This tractor, the CSGO, this tractor's really, really quiet. It's not loud, and being where we're out here, this is a big bottom field. We don't have any houses around to really say anything. Trying to catch up on some comments. Yeah, that's what worst comes to worst. I'll cut the limb off the tree. I've got a big japing stick is what I call it. It'll reach about 40 foot. Extendable like pole. I've got sections I can put on it, so I should be able to knock it out of the tree. Worst case scenario, I've got quite a few tree service friends, and I'll get a bucket truck out here. It's a shame I've got a bucket truck sitting at the farm in the yard over there, but she's got a blown head gasket on her. Uh-oh, going up a hill. She got a blowed head gasket on her, and I don't know that I could crank her and get her drove over here with the blowed head gasket. So, we're going downhill like a roller coaster. Right now we are burning 1.8 gallons per hour cutting Mr. Steve. Yeah, 50 turns into 300 real quick, Rick. I've got, accumulator, grapple, all that stuff. The biggest problem is just time in being able to, I could bale it and accumulate it and have it sitting there in the field, and as long as I've got enough time to pick up the bundles, I'll probably do at least 100 small squares of that millet hay tomorrow at minimum. Scott's Small Farming and Things. I'm loving it, buddy. Appreciate you stopping in. So, Giles, I picked up this Massey Ferguson on Tuesday of this week. I picked it up at our local Massey dealer, and giving her a whirl here. Yeah, at the beginning, right before this live, y'all have to go back and look. Y'all can watch the drone crash. We were live from the drone instead of from the cell phone here. And I was positioning the drone, just getting ready to take off. And I saw the tree limb come into the camera angle. And by the time I saw the tree limb come into the camera, it was too late. I crashed. And it's either... luckily, there's a little bit of woods between me and the neighbor here, and so hopefully, there's also a little bitty creek, but hopefully I'll just be able to come out in the morning and knock it out of the tree or find it laying on the ground. But it had lost camera signal and all that. I'm sure when it hit the tree, if those drones flip upside down, they instantly cut off. They're pretty resilient little things, so I'm not too worried about the crash hurting anything so much as I am just not finding it or being able to get it out of the tree. So, I might have to get me a drink here. I'm going to stop for just a second, get me a sip of drink. I'll show you all the mower for everybody that's new coming in. And let me read a few comments here. Got a Case 340 Magnum, 400 horsepower. Wow. This one's only 165, and I feel like a big boy in this thing. You found you a bale bearing? That's pretty cool. That's my next, after we get the, get a tractor that can run it. Right now I don't have a tractor that can run a bale bearing. But once I get one, that's the next thing, is a bearing or a bandit, something like that. Appreciate that, Senseless. Telling everybody to hit that thumbs up. Yeah, guys, if you hadn't, remember, pound that thumbs up. You're behind the wheel of a New Holland 850 forage cruiser. Huh. Got to get some video of that, AJ. I've been catching up on some of your videos of all the different combines. I like watching that old stuff run. I'm not. I don't want to light my tractor on fire. Boy, that was horrible. Guys, I don't know. You can insure stuff to the hilt, but fires like that, the insurance will never pay what you had invested into that piece of machinery. They're not going to go out and pay for a new tractor. They're going to look up what the value of that old tractor was, and they're going to go, well, it's worth $5,000. Even though it had a brand new motor or this or that because of its age, and you don't get shit for it, and then you can't find one online to replace it for that, and you don't get gap insurance on something like that that's paid for. Same thing with the mixer. It's just going to be a major expense to the farm. A horrible situation, and even just being down, I can't imagine just being down the one feeder. You know, he's got one mixing while he's feeding one, and you know, then he feeds the next one, loads another one, and it's mixing while he's feeding that. Well, now you're down to one mixer. Feeding's going to take twice as long in the mornings, waiting on one mixer to do everything. You know, Gabe, have a good evening, buddy. I appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping in. Well, that's cool. I've been watching this farm wife, her and her husband working on the gleaner. That's a big task they're undertaking there with the first combine and all that stuff. So yeah, I appreciate you stopping in. I really do. Says we got 21 watching, 28 thumbs ups. Well, I appreciate all y'all hanging out with me tonight, guys. I'm just creeping along here. We're only running 5 miles an hour now, and it seems like I am literally just creeping. Well, that's cool. 250,000 pounds a day. Now, did you drive a truck for them doing the silage? I watched every chopper video. I would be in the tractor mowing or baling and watch the lives from the chopper. And this year he hasn't done as many lives as he was doing before. So you at least broke even. Well, that's good to know, Spradlin. I had a disc mower that got totaled out last year from the insurance, and with the amount of grass that I mowed with the mower and what I got from the insurance company, I would say I broke even or came out okay on it. But otherwise, it wasn't enough money to go buy another mower. I still had to come up with about $4,000 to replace it, and that's where this 2028 came from. The mower got totaled out due to the dealer that I bought it from didn't assemble it correctly, and it was slamming itself apart. And then a lot of it was due to my inexperience and not knowing that it was slamming itself apart. I just figured that's how it operated. So luckily K-Tac did cover it, but you know, just one of them unfortunate things. I stopped and never did get a sip of my dang drink. I like the fact this thing's got a little dang cooler on it to put your drinks in. The AC vent blows in there and help keep your drinks cold. I would have never thought you needed all these features on a tractor. Now when I go to use my other ones, I'm going to be highly disappointed. The only thing I'm worried about, I might have to give the damn thing back and then not know how to operate them Kubotas anymore. We're about done with this field. I got another place I'm going to go cut after this one, but I don't know that. I've probably been live streaming for a while now. I'm not 100% sure how long, but probably once I finish this one I'll end it. Maybe pick back up with another one tomorrow while we're baling or something. Well, that's great, AJ. I hope to never have nothing burn up, but I know it can happen. I know it can happen. I would have been. God, Just had the engine rebuilt. 55 minutes. Thanks, Steve. I don't mind keeping them going. I just, from like watching other YouTubers, I've heard that it like really hurts your analytics and all that stuff, because like people only watch an average of 11 minutes of my videos, or I don't understand all that stuff. I really probably don't care. And that's why I post such long videos and long live streams. I enjoy the company and the talking more than anything. Heck, y'all help keep me awake. I might have to do more of the ones cutting at night. I had a pretty good turnout on this live. And when we retrieved the drone, since I know how good a picture it was, I am definitely gonna redo another nighttime live from the drone cutting. That would make some really good footage. God, I couldn't believe how clear that came through, seeing the tractor from that thing. Pretty neat. I don't know if y'all know or not, but I'm not an electronics guru, and so the more I learn and mess with this stuff, I think it's all pretty neat. Oh goodness. See, it don't bounce me, it's just y'all that are flying around. I like riding smooth as all get out. Well, that's kind of my thought, Steve. As long as you got 15, 20 people on there or whatever, no reason in ending it, you know? I don't know, it's kind of one of them things. Here, I'll pull y'all out. I'll kind of hold y'all for a second. Might not be as good a quality, but since we're finished, we're on the last little triangle here. Let y'all see the mower there. Going through the hay. There we go. Yeah, this tractor, I mean, you could put 3 of these mowers on this tractor and it'd be fine. Put 2 off the back and 1 on the front and run triples. On our little monitor here, it says, so it says right here, like, well, now it doesn't say, it says this is acres per hour, gallons of fuel per hour, and those are the 2 that I've got, you know. I could set it up to show me how many gallons an acre I'm using, all that kind of stuff. But like right now at this speed, it says we're mowing 5.3 acres an hour. If I pick up a gear, it'll move up. Now we're mowing 6 acres an hour. And I think all that stuff's pretty neat. It also shows it to the left over here, shows what our PTO RPMs are and all that kind of stuff. So pretty neat having all that. And then, like I say, it's hard to, let me see, I'll turn the light on. Maybe y'all can see a little better. Right there, got your remotes to pick up the cutter when I want to pick it up. Like we're getting to the end of the hay, I just pull that lever back. If I want to downshift, I just pull that lever back and I go slower. Push it forward to go faster. That's the gears. Gauge cluster up here. The green lights, one showing we're going forward, one showing that the suspension for the tractor's on, and then the orange light is saying that the PTO is on. Andy feeds 250,000 pounds of feed per day. And now it's a tractor mission, it's going to take all day to feed. Yeah, I don't doubt that. It starts feeding at 3 a.m. I think so too. That's why I liked watching Andy, was because of the lives. He's one of the reasons that I do what I do with the lives and the tractors, because I enjoyed riding along in the chopper and all that kind of stuff. So Well, I do every bit of my videoing from my phone too, Spradlin. That is, David, that's a crazy amount of feed. 250,000 pounds of feed is just nuts to me. I just, golly bum. But yeah, this thing, like I say, it lights up the night pretty good. That's behind us and all that. I don't know, like I say, I'm trying to figure out how. I've got two phones, and Andy knows a way that you can like put one outside the tractor and one inside the tractor, and like while I'm living, I could switch the camera from different phones back and forth while I'm living. And I think that would be pretty neat there as well. All right, I'm gonna put y'all back in the camera mount here. Wow, that is a lot of cows. That's pretty neat that you've been out to his place. There's a lot of times I'd love to travel and see some different places, and I just don't get much time as I want. It's one thing, you know, when you're a farmer, especially if you're doing what I'm doing, you know, it's not like my crops are planted and everything's done and I'm just waiting on them to grow. With haying and getting multiple cuts a year and then having to constantly spray, I'm busy all the time, and I don't get the time like I was to ride horses or take little vacations. I'm not complaining because I love what I'm doing. You know, I hope in the future to be able to make it to where I do still get a little bit of time even with the haying, and that's where I'm trying to upgrade equipment to be more efficient so I do get a little bit more time. The next thing I really need to do, I'm fine with my smaller sprayer, but with a 300-gallon tank and 20-foot booms, it takes me a lot of time to spray. And I would at least like to get my booms to where I could extend them up to like 40, 50 feet. And the refilling with the nurse tank, that's not too bad. It doesn't take that long. But eventually I'd like something like 1,000-gallon sprayer and, you know, 60 foot of boom. So that way I spend so much time riding in the spray tractor, it's unreal. I don't video a lot of spraying because I think you get a lot of flack from do-gooders of the earth that think you're just killing everything because you're spraying chemicals, you know. Even if it is spreading poop or using organics, a lot of people just don't understand. The difference is they don't understand dilution rates. You know, it's kind of like spraying somewhere and burning it down with Roundup. I don't think a lot of people realize that it's only a quart to the acre. You know, you're putting a whopping 25 gallons of water on an acre of ground with a quart of chemical in it. You're not putting nothing there. I do got to make the outer round still around this field. Guess I'll do that right now. I think we're all finished up with the mowing. I usually don't make my outer round until last, or until I'm about halfway done with the field and I'm tired of going to the right all the time and I want to make left-hand turns. See, cutting hay, you can be like a NASCAR driver, you know, and just go in circles all day, or you can be like a drag car driver and make straight lines. I guess I get bored in the tractor and come up with this shit. Farming is a tough business. I mean, you know, I don't have just 4 or 5 grain producers to sell my grain from, and they're going to mark it down because it's got a little moisture and mold. I deal with horse people every day. Horse people have mouths. That can be a good and a bad thing. one person don't like your hay, it's going to go 100 ways. Or you give them some bad service. You know, they say one bad word goes 100 ways, one good word goes 10. And I can tell you that with haying. But the same aspect, we just try to put out a good product, keep people happy. I've done things such as go and pick up whole loads of hay from people because they weren't happy, and refunded them with something different, or gave them a refund on their money just because I knew that I didn't want their mouth preaching that I gave them a bad product or something that they were unsatisfactory with, even though it wasn't my fault. And you know, at least they can go, well, you know, he stands behind his product. We didn't like his hay, but he does good business practice. You know, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can. Now there are times, trust me, just like with when I was younger and had jobs, I've told people to go shove it where the sun don't shine. You know, you can only do so much. You can't please everyone. Yeah, that's it. I can say that too. I can say horse people are crazy. I own 5 of them. Heck, that's why I started doing farrier work, because I didn't want to pay somebody else. That's why I started producing hay. I didn't want to buy it from somebody else. And now I do farrier work for other people and sell hay to other people. But the way I see it is if my horses and cattle are eating it, then I'm producing good hay. And if my horses aren't lame, then I'm doing good farrier work. So, and that's actually a good talking point to people, you know, when they pull up to get hay and they see 5 horses standing around the hay bale eating it, they can't really go, well, my horses just didn't eat that hay, it was horrible. Because I can be like, well, I'm watching these eat it. Same feed, ma'am. Alright, here we go. Y'all gonna fall forward. We're going down the roller coaster hill. Pretty good little hill right here, coming down on the property. John Smith, hey, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. Got to get you a blue wrench there, sir. Where does the money come from in horses? Well, the money comes from the women's husbands most of the time. Women own horses. Their husbands work a job to provide the money so the women can pay the bills to feed and buy Fluffy his saddle and his tack and his carrots and all that. And the husbands do it to make their wife happy, because if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. See, I used to be a big time hunter, and I was a single man. And I was like, you know what? Women ride horses. So I bought my first horse. And sure enough, you know, plenty of women, good looking women ride horses. So, you know, that's how I found Country Gal. And that's worked out fairly well for me for the most part. So, you know, can't beat that. Trying to read some of these comments here. You're welcome, John. I appreciate you hanging out with us, riding around in the tractor at 11:30 p.m. Well, that's what it is here in South Carolina. It's not that bad, David. Horses are a bankruptcy kit. That's about right. You can sink a lot of money into them, that's for sure. I try to tell people horses really should not be expensive, as long as you educate yourself. Hay is for horses, grass is for cows. Don't stick your single horse out on a 100-acre grass pasture and expect it to live right. Stick it on a 1 acre dirt lot and feed it hay, and you'll never have any vet bills. And then don't think that Fluffy needs expensive damn alfalfa to survive either. I can tell you right now, they'll all live on fescue all day long. Just fine. Now, if you got access to orchard grass, cheap, or Timothy, that's great. But honestly, they'll survive on about anything. It's us people that causes the issues with the horses, us humans. It's amazing how them wild ones survive. The only thing they got to worry about is lion attacks. All right, I think we are done in this field. I'll stop before we pull out and catch up on the comments. Let's see here. 16 watching, 28 thumbs up. Appreciate that, guys, gals. I don't say that in a mean way, I guess. That's right, that is completely right. I've got tons and tons of good horse people that I deal with on a daily basis. I have learned how to weed out the picky bad apples. Not too hard to do. So, Scott, not a problem. I like giving out the wrenches because I figure when I break down, maybe one of y'all can hop through the keyboard and help me. Oh my gosh. Well, since I'm a praying man, and I'm gonna put you in my prayers, sir, for some pain-free days and to get fixed back up to where you can get back to riding bikes again and living like you want to live, you know. Pain is no way to have to live your life. I say that 100% from experience. One more little piece here on this hill I didn't cut. If AJ's still on here, he's a good tractor man. AJ, how do you feel about this Dyna transmission on these Agcos? Alright, now I'll show y'all how we raise the cutter up. Show you what the process is here. I'll pull you out of the camera holder. Alright. Country Gal says the food will be ready in 25 minutes. Look at that late night meal. Rick, appreciate you stopping in, man. Glad you could join us. Oh, I couldn't. Yeah, David. There are crazy bills. I'm glad I didn't have one today. Team roping. That's pretty cool. Your wife's a barrel racer. Oh, I feel bad for you, Spradlin. Them barrel racers are the worst now. All right. So what we do here for everybody that's in here. Turn on the light, maybe y'all can see. Right here's the PTO switch. We just flip that to off to cut the PTO off. And right now I got the mower in the air, but what I have to do is I'll take the little rocker switch here and push that forward and drop the mower down. And then I got a rope coming through the door. I have to pull that rope. And then I press the up on the 3-point. Raise the 3-point hitch all the way up. That's going to lift the cutter up in the air. You're getting the look now. I used to date barrel racers. It's okay. Then we just pull our lever, and that's going to put us into transport mode right there. There's our triple blade design on the Kubota mower. Those things, I'm telling you, they're good cutting mowers. Nothing wrong with that. Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors. How's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. Let's get you a wrench, sir. All right, cut the light back off here. Let's head up the road here. Well, I enjoy watching a few rodeos. We are just finishing up a hayfield. We're cutting hay, and we just finished the little 9-acre field we're on now. We're gonna go up the road here and possibly cut another one. Well, I know I'm gonna go cut another one. I just don't know if I'm gonna go eat something first. I'm getting kind of hungry, and we might go eat something real quick. Alright, let's get her going down the road here. Just got to go across the creek and we're right back at the home farm there. What I'm probably going to do is just run in, since I'm right here at it. The next field's about a mile up the street. Maybe not even a mile, maybe a half a mile. About 10, 12 houses up. But I'm probably going to roll in here. Oops. Probably going to roll in here, check on my horse, get something to eat real quick, and then go back out. I'll cut till 2, 3 in the morning usually, and then come back in and sleep from 3:30, 4 o'clock. It takes me a little bit to wind down, but I'll sleep for a few hours. You know, I'll fall asleep 3:30, 4 a.m. Wake up anywhere from 6 to 9. I guess it just depends on what my body says I need, you know, and then get my day started again. A lot of times I know farmers that they wake up, you know, at say 3 a.m. to get their day started, and a lot of times I'm just going to bed when they're getting their day started. So there's all the girls laying down right there. Hope y'all can see them all right. Let's make it where you can. Yeah, there we go. That's all the cows down there, guys. They're just they got a hay bale there. Most of them all lay down at night, whatnot, but they're in good shape, doing good. If y'all want, we can walk in the barn and check on the horse real quick. Hopefully we'll see if we lose any signal or not, but I think we should be able to walk in the barn. We'll go check on the horse. I can't imagine, you know, I just can't imagine, Senseless. I really can't imagine. Was it a drunk driver or something that hit you, or just a sheer accident? There's 14 down there right now. I got 4 steer calves, 3 little heifers, and 7 mamas. All right, let's pull y'all out real quick, and I got y'all kind of zoomed in there. That's why it looks kind of fuzzy, but we'll walk in the barn here and we'll look at the horse. I'll show y'all the horse's leg. And then drunk driver. Oh man, 12 in the afternoon too. That's horrible. I really do. I hate to hear that. A little dark out here. You were in a five-ton flatbed, or a 5-ton flatbed hit you? Now, guys, this ain't like a bloody, gory nothing or anything like that. But if you don't like looking at wounds, I definitely wouldn't look at it. Well, we've turned our water bucket over. He probably wants out of here more than anything. Come here, bud. Come on. Gambler. Okay, the drunk driver was in a 5-ton flatbed. Had probably no business being in it. So the little mini is, that's Kappa, and then the other big guy, that's Gambler. Come on. Gambler. Come on. Come here. He's standing out there waiting on his buddies outside. I don't stall my horses, and so right here's what happened on his front shoulder, guys. So he got a nice flesh wound there, just kind of trying not to shadow it, but it just kind of tore it open. He's got a big flap of skin right here that he pulled open or whatnot, but he's okay. I mean, he let us clean it and all that stuff and didn't mind too bad, and so he'll survive, I'm sure. But I'll make sure he's got some hay and clean his stall up. But on that note, I'm gonna get some dinner, guys, and I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. I'll strike up a live when we get to baling some hay. So appreciate everybody riding along with us, and David, I know is the person in jail. They ought to be killed, what they ought to be, but yeah, everybody, y'all have a good night, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping in. Later, everybody.